How's it going, guys? And welcome to Waldebrand, and welcome back to Manor Lords. Today we're going to be going through and we are going to be starting a new map. I decided to do this because I had a couple of things that just weren't really working out the way that I wanted them to, and honestly my fertilization levels at my last place were kind of garbage. So what I did today, guys, is I went through and I started a new map. I looked for one where the fertilization was not like outstanding, but definitely better than where it was before, especially when it comes to emmer, which is our basic grain that we're going to be growing. Rye is amazing here for when we unlock it, so we're going to be working towards rye pretty much right away. Flax is crap, barley's crap, but all in all, I'm going to get it figured out as we go through. I can grow a little bit of barley kind of down in this area, or even if I tried to fertilize like up in this area, probably. I can use some of the different tactics that you can unlock throughout the game, though, in order to start unlocking some more areas, and I thought, heck, why not us go through, let's start a brand new playthrough, and let's go through and get some awesome stuff set up. So first things first, guys, is I'm going to start with roads. I'm going to pause my game here, so that way we're not going through any of our resources. I'm going to pause my game here and talk to you guys about the map. First things first, rich animal deposit. This is great. It's going to give us more food. It's going to give us more pelts and stuff like that. It's a good way to start. My mining iron deposit is honestly garbage. I'm not so happy with that, but I don't use that much iron until you start getting into making tools and stuff, so I'm not super worried about that. And then finally, clay deposit. This is a rich deposit. This is going to be great for us to get some early trade money in, getting that regional wealth up higher right away in the beginning, but then also having just a rich deposit that we're going to be able to use for a long time before we start getting our trading of lumber going. Speaking of trading lumber, guys, I'm going to go through and I'm going to start getting that going here. So first things first, guys, I'm going to look at this deposit that's right here, and let's just look at both of these deposits, and I'm going to bring a straight road that goes along these deposits, something that goes all the way and connects up to this road that's way up here. I'm going to build that, and then I'm going to bring just another road that's going to come down here from this clay deposit down just about like that, because then our stone's there, our clay's up there, we have our road, it looks good, it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to go to gathering, I'm going to put logs down, and I'm going to put this logger, say maybe like here. It's going to be a little bit further away from my civilization because I honestly don't need it to be that close. I made it fairly close last time, but honestly, I don't need it to be that close to my civilization. What I do need is an more open area to be able to build more burgage plots and give the forester themselves and the logging camp more room to be able to harvest things without affecting my wild animals that's up here in its rich deposit. Okay, so that's that start. The next thing that I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to look at my farming again, because I want to make sure I'm not using up any of my farmland that I have here. So looks like it's going across right here, maybe right along this berry plot and down here. So I'm going to take another road, and I'm going to come from this berry plot kind of down this way a little bit, and then I'm going to bring it down over here like that, and I'm going to put that road in. Let's see how we did with looking at the farming wise. Yeah, I cut through it a little bit, it looks like. It looks like I need to come down along the backside of here. So let me go through. I'm going to go to my removal here. I'm going to remove that road completely that we just built. And I'm actually going to rebuild the road up along this way like this. Bring it through here and then bring it back around like that. It's going to add a really nice curve as well, and I like that. It looks a little bit more natural with that nice curve. Okay, so all in all, that's going to give us a great line for where we're going to be able to line some farms up. That's good. And then down here is where I'm thinking we're going to put down our houses. Down here is where I'm thinking I'm going to put down a marketplace. What about water? I didn't even think about that. Water-wise, okay, good. I have an area for a well. So I'm going to let them build that up, and I'm going to let the farming up there get going, and I'm going to start off with some storage. I'm going to start off with a granary, get our stuff off the ground, and start off with a storehouse to get all of our materials off the ground. Nothing getting too wet here. And let's go through and let's get going. I'm actually going to set the game to fast forward right away. Gonna actually bump it all the way up, so that way they're getting that going. We have food for 8 months. Okay, that's a decent amount of food. I ended up giving myself double the amount of resources in the beginning. Just give myself a little bit of an easier start. Seeing how this is a revamp of some work that we should have already done. I just want to make sure that I'm getting that going. I'm going to prioritize that guy up to high, so that way they get that built down there. I want that logging camp going, get a family working there, start getting those logs in, so we can start looking through and figuring out where we want to put burgage plots, figuring out where we want to start getting our entire civilization built up over here. All right, so that's that. We got that put in. That looks good. I'm going to add my family right there. Got it. All right, so that's that. We're going there. We got our iron deposit there that I'm gonna end up mining that out completely and then just forgetting about that completely. I'm gonna set this logging camp's work area to actually, you know what, for now you're gonna have an unlimited area. I want them to wipe out all these trees because I'm gonna use this for farmland. So actually let's just let them focus on that. Let me have them focus on that really quick. I'm gonna say, you guys wipe these trees out for now. Let them get that taken care of. They can wipe out all them trees. And then we're going to use that timber to start working on some other stuff. So let's go through. We have both of those stocked up, so they're going to move the resources over there, it looks like. I'm actually just going to put some people in here for right now. Because if I have people working there, that's how they're going to move this stuff from the supplies that are now getting wet. Move them over here. Okay. Let's go here. I'm going to go construction, residential, seeing how it looks like all of our construction projects are done. Actually, before I do that, guys, just thought I'd do this. I'm going to go through and I'm going to throw down a road that I want to come up over this way. Let's send a road, if I can, like straight through back here. Not too close to that, and then kind of back through, like, you know what, let's just make it straight, and then I'm going to grab another road here, I'm going to connect it to that, build that, and then I'm going to come through here, construction-wise, gathering, or a hunting hut, put that down there. That's going to get a little people over here starting to do some hunting for all these rich animals that are over here, I guess. They're not poor animals, they're actually rich. There we go, we'll get that hunting cabin built, and there we go, stable food. Take a step back. Construction materials, under control. Food, now being produced. Storing of our food and resources, under control. So, what we need now is we need some market stalls, and we need some places for families to live. So let's get that going. Let's get some burgage plots put in. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different from my burgage plots than I did last time. I'm going to start them here. I'm going to come back a decent spot because I want to make sure that I'm giving them enough room here. And I'm going to turn my camera here. I want to make sure I'm getting like some good angles here according to my road. I'm trying to get as close to 90 degrees as I can. I'm going to come over here. This looks to be really large. You may be thinking, well, Sim, this is going to be a massive amount of housing. Is that really how many houses you want? And I'm going to say no. I'm going to reduce this down until you see these. See these, how they're here? They're going to give me some extra room to put additional families. That's what I want. So we're going to put in 7 burgage plots to start. This is not only going to make it so I can house all of my people, but it's also going to give me the ability to have additional people move in as well. So let's do this. Let's grab a well and let's put it there. And then honestly, a marketplace. Let me see here. Let me see. Where do I want to put the marketplace? I guess we could throw in like the market. Maybe. What's this area look like? That's a lot. It's too small, or it's cutting into the well. That's not too bad. I don't know if that's too far away from them, though. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because I want to do more burgage plots over this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of roadage to this. I'm going to go right about here. I'm going to come up to about there. I'm going to come up to about, let's say, there, coming up as 90 degrees as I can. Come over to about here. Let's make it a little bit longer, a little bit more market slots. There we go. Build that there. And then I'm going to come down and connect there. Like that. And then can I market the crap out of it? How many marketplaces is this going to be? Oh my. Okay, so that's 44 market locations. Not a bad thing to have a large marketplace, I guess. Because I'm going to build burgage plots around this. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot of people. Holy crap. It's a lot of marketplaces. That's okay. You know what? We're going to make it work. A lot of marketplaces is okay. Okay, let's close in here. So I have to get this to a small village in order to actually upgrade these, but I can expand the living spaces. I'm going to come here right away. I'm going to expand all of these living spaces. Boom, 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 boom. Lots of living spaces expansion. Adding some logs. So I'm going to get enough living spaces now for 8 families, I want to say. Who's homeless? How are you homeless? This guy's homeless? How are you homeless? Oh, because we haven't actually built the final burgage plot yet. Oh, yeah, it's like, I have open living spaces, but, you know, open living spaces are one thing. Actually not being homeless and having somewhere to live, that's a complete another. Okay, so let's take another pause here, and let's take a look at what we got. So all of our people are now in housing. All of our families are in housing. Okay. We have some hunting camps going. We have a hunting camp going. Already starting to provide a lot of food. That's literally 41 out of 40 somehow. Wild animals up there. So I'm not worried about their reproducing. I have the marketplace put in with a food stall. A granary already built that's going to be able to store up all that food. Plenty of spaces extra for more people to move in. And plenty of extra burgage plots. What I want to do now is I'm going to come here. I'm going to fast forward again because I want this burgage plot to finish its construction. And then I'm going to do a couple of different upgrades to my burgage plots. I think, yeah, that's what I want to do. I think I'm going to do like, if I can, I'm going to do veggies, a coop, and then goats. Because if I can do those 3, it's a little bit of extra food, a little bit even more extra food, and then a constant supply of the ability to make clothing. And I'll show you guys why that's important. Let me click on this burgage plot. Let me show you guys what's going on. We talked about this last time. I got church level that needs to be put in, water access that needs to be put in. Each of these need to go up gold in order for this to actually get upgraded. Okay? And that's what I want. I want all these to be able to be upgraded. So this clothing supply is why I'm thinking goats over here, because it does provide hides. It's 25. Put that in. So now they got a nice little goat pasture back there. These guys here, they're going to get eggs or a chicken coop. Boom. There's some eggs. Full respect of having some cocks around. And then finally, we're going to come right here. Once they get this built, if you guys could. Any minute now, Captain Oxenface. I'm sure you can make it over here. You can do it. You're my favorite. Not really, but I'm sure you'll do it anyway. There it is. There's my final log, right? You'll love to see it. There it is. Right here. Boom. If I could. Come on. Go away. Get away. There we go. Veggie garden. Okay. So. It's a large vegetable garden, actually. That's a good-sized vegetable garden behind that. You love to see that. All right. So these are decent-sized buildings. I'm going to leave these other burgage plots that I made for what's going to be some Tier 2 upgraded buildings. If I could. Which is going to be like the blacksmith or the brewery or the cobbler or even like a tailor's workshop, which is going to start producing some clothes and stuff like that. But I don't really need that yet. What I do need, though, is I need to start looking to the future on what these bargage plots are actually going to need. So fuel, food, clothing, things like that. I already have food stalls put in, so I'm not too worried about that. These guys will go and get the food, they'll get the water. They just need a little bit of time to, you know, realize, hey, that's actually there. They can go and get it. Okay? Ooh, nice. They're seeding their gardens back here already. Right. Already starting with the veggies. Already starting with the food there. There's no way that that market's not close enough to that. So they'll just have to figure it out as they go. Because these guys all have it. For some reason, that one doesn't. That one does. That, obviously, those don't count right now. So, all right. Let's take a step back and think about firewood. It's already August. We're already getting into summer. I need to start thinking firewood. I need to start thinking long term. So let's go to gathering. I'm going to go to a woodcutter's house. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to put it down here across from the logging camp, because that's going to get, you know, logs from here, go there, woodcutter then has to walk up and put it inside the storehouse, which we may want to upgrade soon because it's already starting to fill up, especially if we're going to start cutting firewood. Oh, crap. I didn't even think about that. So I'm also going to need a saw pit. So let's do that. Let me throw a saw pit in right next to it. That'll give me planks. I'm putting in way too many buildings right now for the number of families that I have. Because right now I have 3 unassigned families. This is on purpose. Let's get a family there. Now I only have 2 unassigned families. Okay. And then I'm actually going to go through. I'm going to throw in a forager's hut. And this forager's hut is going to go back over here. We're going to get that built. Just to make sure, we're just going to double check this again. Good. Nothing's on this line. What in the world is going on with that road? You know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's a little different. It's something only a human would do, so we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. Take a look at our supplies again. So right now, I have food for 11 months, fuel for 4. That's what's holding me back. So as soon as these guys here start working, which you can already see they are, they're already starting to produce firewood, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and toss in... Okay, good. Good. I'm going to go in and toss in another family into the saw pit to start producing some planks, because I need to start preparing myself for some upgrades to our granary, which is going to need more space, which I need to put a person in here as soon as I can. And then I need to upgrade this as well. So that's going to require, both these are going to require planks in order to get. Generic storage is full. I figured that was going to happen. Fuel for 6 months. Are you building a fire? What, food stall? Fire stall. Nice. Okay, so that should fill that up. Good. Good. So we have that under control for the first winter. You love to see it. Let's go and let's look at some development stuff here. I think what I'm going to do, I did this last time. I think I'm going to go for trapping. After trapping, instead of going for apiary or beekeeping, I'm going to go over for trade logistics, because trade can become very expensive. So I'm going to go over and do trade logistics. And then finally, I think I'm going to go and do plow, heavy plow. Oh, no. Orchardry and then rye. Because if we look, I may have good fertility here, +2 for emmer, but rye is amazing. So we're really going to pull a good amount of resources out of there. I didn't even think about it. I have this small little area right here. I could put in a barley farm, but nah, that's for later. That's for later. All right. This is all looking good. I don't have a ton of money left, but it looks like I'm starting to produce some materials. I got 15 planks. I'm going to go to this storehouse, and I'm going to increase its size. I'm going to go to this granary. I'm going to increase that size. Okay? Both of those are getting some upgrades right away. I should start getting more families in here soon. At least I hope. Because I have extra rooms in my burgage plots. With these ones here. So I can have 2 families here. Oh, I have 2 families. So there's 2 families living here. 1 family living there. 1 family living there. 1 family living there. 0 families living there. 0 families living there. And 0 families living here. Okay, and you see, I just got somebody that came and lived at that moved into a burgage plot. You love to see it. Good. Good. Things are starting to come around. Things are really starting to come around here. How you doing over here? You got 26 timber. This is getting built up more. That's getting built up more. Let's actually do this. I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to relocate this to down here. Because honestly, it's just too far away from everything, from the logger and all that. It's extra walking for no reason. So they're moving that hitching post. And then as soon as that's built, I'm going to upgrade it into a stable, and then I'm going to get another ox. And I'll tell you guys why. The slowest thing that I have going on right now is my logistics. I need my logistics to speed up a little bit more with all the different material we're going to start moving around, and the fact that we're going to be going through soon and getting more and more and more fields planted, stuff like that. I'm going to want to be able to give oxen to the farmhouses to use for when they're going to be plowing their fields. Because what I would like to have happen is getting into farming here very, very, very soon. Okay, so there we go. We have somebody there. I'm going to order another oxen. And they should bring that oxen in over here. Oh, crap. And I need to upgrade that to a small stable. Construction, highest priority. I need to get that going because right now they're going to bring the oxen over. And it's not going to have anywhere to go, and it may wander off, and we don't want that to happen. There we go. All right, good. Small stable set up. Livestock-wise, we have both of them there. Very good. Good, good, good. Logistics was just upgraded. Man, been making some good progress so far. Some great progress so far. Gonna make it through winter. You know what we should do during this winter? We should start the setup of our farming industry. We already have the families, so let's do it. I'm going to put this guy right here. Okay. And then I'm going to look at a field wise. And now it says to bring your fields to around 1 Morgan. So you want your field size to start off with about 1 Morgan. That's what they can do. As without oxen. Now they can make some massive fields once they start plowing with the oxen, but for now I'm going to put this field in. This is 1 Morgan. That's a really, really good size field. See, farmhouse boy families who work in fields. The workforce is distributed proportionally in the accordance with the field's set priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb certain nutrients from the soil, temporarily lowering its fertility and thus diminishing yields over time. All right, so try to go through and do fallow 1 year and stuff like that. I'm going to set up a second farm field here. I'm shooting for it to also be 1 Morgan. There we go, 1 Morgan. Put that in, and this one's fallow. And this one's going to be wheat. So we have wheat here, fallow here. And then they're going to cycle where the next year, this one's going to be wheat. And then the next year, that one's going to be fallow. And then wheat again. And this one can stay like that for now. Okay? Farmhouse. 2 families working there. Because farmhouse is important to make sure you have 1 family per field. At least that's how I see it. Because, you know, if 1 family can go through and handle a field the size of 1 Morgan, then 2 families will be able to handle 2 fields the size of a Morgan. Which is apparently some sort of measurement. Okay. I'm gonna start. I need to think about the future as well, and that is bread production and wheat and flour production. Let's put a road here that cuts through. I'm gonna look at a windmill. Efficiency 97.99. Let's do 99% there. I'm gonna put the communal oven right there. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to have the oven right by the market when the oven is going to bake the bread just to bring it back to the granary that's right here. But who doesn't want to smell fresh baked bread? That's my thought behind it. I would like to smell fresh baked bread. And at some point in the future, they're planning on adding smell. Which right now my smell is amazeballs. But if that's really going to be a thing, I bet you that having the smell of a communal oven near your people is just going to make them all the happier. So that's why I'm going through and saying, you know what? No, that's fine. It's going to be there. We're going to have the communal oven right there by our houses. Okay, I'm very expectant to see what the fields, now that they're around a Morgan in size like they were supposed to be. This was the biggest detriment that I made last time. I'm excited to see what they made. The detriment that I made last time, guys, is I made my fields too small. I made all my fields too small. I had 4 fields in the size of this one. In my last save that we were seeing, if you guys look, all my fields were around the size of a third of a Morgan, so maybe 3 fields would fit in here. And I had one that was larger, and that was the one that honestly produced the most wheat and everything for my people to use. And having too many fields splits up the teams, gets them not working together. And honestly, it was a huge waste of space is what it was. So now that I have the large fields like I'm supposed to, soon to be even larger fields, once I can go through and add in plowing, allowing the oxen to help. I'll order some oxen. All that's going to come after we start trading, after we start upgrading burgage plots and stuff like that. 4 families left over. Right now, I got 4 families. I'm going to, for now, add another family to the farmhouse to help these guys out, getting these fields plowed up. And then once this actually harvest, you know what? I'm just going to leave the 3rd family there. I'm just going to leave the 3rd family there. That's fine. It's not affecting anything. I got plenty of families left to come work the windmill, then to come work the communal oven, which honestly, I don't even think you need people working here. I think they just kind of do it, but it's fine. I'm going to have a family working in the communal oven. They're going to produce the bread, which is going to keep people happy and healthy. Did I put anybody in the forager's hut? I didn't. I'm going to add somebody there. Now, well, 40 berries growing there. Lots of berries growing. This is good. Guys, this is a great start. This is a great, great, great start. What I'm going to do from now is I'm going to leave this episode by going like this. Expand the living space of these 3 burgage plots. That should be expanded living space for each of these now. So that's going to give me the room for 3 more families. Right? And in the next episode, this is what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to go through. I'm going to get clay production going. I'm going to get my clay production going over here on my massive clay pit that I have. Okay? Then I'm going to get the tiles going through the industry, and we're going to make the tiles here. And then after we have the tiles, we'll be able to go through and build our church. Oh, wait, I don't even need tiles to build our church. Oh, you do love to see it. And I think that right here is an excellent place for the church. So guys, this is where I'm going to leave this one for today. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next one, like I said, we're going to be going through and doing all sorts of more upgrades. We're going to see how well our farms do now that we've changed some stuff up. I feel like we got a great start so far. We haven't been raided by bandits yet, but they are out there for us to see. So we'll see if we can get into that in the next one. So thank you guys all so much. Don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.